Yo, what's up, everybody? We're kicking another session with Rypt, and welcome back to the Super 17 part of the game. And I raised up a little bit of Kiko, got up some power, and now we're going to do a little bit of gameplay. So he was at about 700 million. I raised him about 70 million. Got the defense up, got his attack up. We could maybe fast train a little bit of this HP. But I am now going towards that story mode, which this game has been stuck on forever. If you got a Gold Frieza build that's just a single Gold Frieza build, you're going to be stuck on this stage, and you're going to be stuck on it for, I don't know, maybe a year, 2 years. You're going to be stuck on this stage forever if you got a single Gold Frieza build. Not enough damage. Goku, it's Super Saiyan 1 Goku just before Frieza. So it's in the Frieza saga still. And it's just him. It's just Goku. He dodges like a motherfucker. He's strong as hell. 1 damage cannot kill him. So now with Super 17, hopefully we can blast past a couple stages. Get some diamonds back. Get some gold back. Get some everything back. Once you get a good hero into the party, you know, Super 17's, I think, a secondary damage dealer. He's not the greatest damage dealer, but he does his active every other turn. The only problem here with him is still Cell. So teams that have Cell, or teams with a solid tank, actually, is going to really cockblock Super 17. He's a secondary damage dealer, so you really need another main heavy damage dealer to follow him. But he does pump out his active. If you let him to his own devices, he is going to chip down those solid tanks or those units that are harder to kill. But, you know, it's going to take him a few more turns just to do that damage. So what are we at here? So we lost a little bit of power, lost a lot of defense, lost a lot of attack just to get that HP up, but it's kind of worth it because he is a little bit weaker. But we're gaining back those stats real quick, but this is not what this is about. See, I'm such a fiend and such a... Okay, that's enough. No more. Go into the video, and we're going to do that Goku stage right here. But that was the progression, and this is the lineup that I actually have to use in order to kill him. Hold on 1 minute here. Gotenks is just going to get blasted with 1 shot, so we got to raise him up. Make sure his... Yep, perfect. Okay, we got him at combat because he gets blasted away. If he gets blasted away too early, it's over. The idea here is just to have his energy taken away so he's not doing his... So he's not doing his active. We don't want his active at all. His active does a lot of damage. And hopefully now with Super 17, we can get the job done and finally blow past this stage. We've been stuck on this for like a year, literally. And it looks like that too. Already 5 stages and he's at half health. This is looking really good. Oh yeah. 17's doing a lot of damage. Finally, we're going to kill this stage. He ain't doing any damage to us, as you can see. He's getting his energy taken away, so having 2 Gotenks for a single boss stage is probably the best thing you can do. If you don't have like a high-end game, having 2 Gotenks with just a single boss stage here, you're going to kill it no problem. And look at this. Take no damage here. Wonderful. 17's active every other turn. Has been mowing down Goku. Oh, yes. Finally. Pumping out damage. So with that active every other turn, 17's pumping out a lot of damage. He's pumping out a lot of damage to units, like attack units, skill units. Take an example here. I lost to this guy's team, but I was able to get into his back row here. I was able to get in, but maybe the AoE or something like that. It's too much, too overwhelming. But we'll try this guy. That Cell might cockblock me over there. Hitting cells are difficult still, so we'll put him here, and if that's still a problem, you want to have the ultimates that can actually hit. Wait, do some damage. Nope, it's a better fit. Alright, I'm still expecting a loss here because Cell will definitely cockblock 17 because he doesn't have guaranteed hit, and if he can't hit Cell anyways, it's just going to be over. His 1 damage will still do enough damage and kill mine. I didn't do any mark changes, anything like that. He was barely able to kill his cell. So that's the only problem with 17 is you just can't hit cells. That's the only downfall with him. Other than that, he could do a lot of damage. All right, so we could probably rearrange this team as well so we don't take any damage from Frieza either. And have 17 just rip him apart. Again, I could do a lot of work too. I still haven't adjusted speed on the characters as well, so maybe that's why I'm taking a few losses. The other teams are faster than mine. I'm going to optimize the ultimates a little bit more. I'm probably going to add in Goku's ultimate, Penetrating Fist for that. I don't need the AoE anymore. I definitely want the single target ultimate now. And it's helping big time to have 17 into these parties. And the 2 Go tanks are just going to mow down a single target boss. No problem. 5 turns in, he's already dead. Halfway there. Don't necessarily need a healer for this. Got a revive tank. And he's done. This is freaking great. So we blast past stages we could never do before. That's why I wanted 17 in here. This would be a better fit and not cost too much diamonds. I only had 12,000 diamonds. In order to make like a single target team, obviously I'm going to put in Dipso and Goku. That would cost, too much diamonds, too much time. So, cut down the time, add in 17. At least Frieza. I like the back row. I had this combination with Miracle Trunks and Frieza. This is just an improved build, so it's not too bad. But it's a little bit harder to get 17 in the game anyways. Now he's appearing on the pick packs, the Triple S pick packs. But I would not get him anyways. Don't get him. Get him if, like, he was in the Jiren event. It's pretty easy to get anyways, so don't get him any other way. He's not a character worth getting. If you got him, try to, oh, what am I doing here? Wrong one, fool. Waste of 100 diamonds. This game can't really waste diamonds, but now we're getting some back with the story mode. And when I got these single target teams, I like to use single target ultimates. No more AoE ultimates. If 17 lands in those hits, these ultimates will help kill tanks in the 3rd spot. The ultimates will help kill if 17 can't kill them. The ultimates will do, some damage, and it'll help kill the tanks. Especially cells, if you get them low enough. Hopefully that's why I like Frieza in there. It gives a heal reduce, at least. Gives them a chance to kill the tanks. Because if you can't kill Cell, you can't kill the team. If you can, the team's usually finished. I would prefer to use, if you have 17, don't use a double S damage. Don't use them with Miracle Trunks, or don't use. I was thinking about just succeeding 17 and using like Android 18, Super 18, because it looks cool. Just because it looks cool, it's not going to work good. They're not going to do enough damage, and one's a double S damage dealer. So at this stage of the game, later stage of the game, you're going to need 2 triple S damage dealers. So try not to pair 17, especially with a double S damage dealer, because they're not going to do enough damage. 17's a little bit weaker, and a double S damage dealer is going to be a lot weaker as well. Trunks at a high level, like level 300, max limit break, he's doing as much damage as an ultimate, a max ultimate. So his skill, and it's just not enough damage later on in the game. So if you're going to pair 17, you got to pair him with a triple S damage dealer. Try not to pair him with a double S damage dealer. It looks cool. It'll look really cool to have 17 and 18, Super 17 and 18 together. But you're not going to beat anybody's teams. Alright, we got that improved. So this isn't a single stage. Got to get our healer back up in there. Formations right. Frieza's a little bit stronger, so we can keep him in the middle anyways. Frieza's a tank. Frieza's still a good, solid unit. I didn't even change my ultimates still. My goodness. Sloppy shop. Oh, but with 17, we're just blowing past these stages now anyways. So he was a really good addition to the team. I think even with Goku or Dim Sum, it would have been pretty good, but I didn't want 2 single target damage dealers. Both of them, Dim Sum and Red Goku, I would have been missing Gohan. Would have been missing their affinities and their tenacity affinities. So it'll make them a little bit weaker in combat anyways, both of them. And I didn't want 2 weak damage dealers. The AoE teams, they'll be able to die a lot easier. Boom. Look at that, one-hitters. That was nice. The only benefit with 17 here is he's just using his active every other turn. He didn't take a hit with his nerf. He was still good. Still pumping out huge damage. Lovely. Got a little bit of gold back. That's what I'm looking for here. So we could pump up some stats so he isn't so weak versus other teams. See some other guys here now. Possibly crack a spot here. Maybe see, we can 17 might be able to chew him up. Who knows? And get into the back row. We could finally beat this guy. Captain Hook. Maybe with Captain Hook's lineup here, he got 2 healers now. We could probably tear up his Goku. Now with some of these teams, you could probably get into their back rows and do some damage and start winning. See with this formation there, maybe his Gotenks is strong. Who knows? I don't think 17's strong enough to even kill his Gotenks. 17 won't be able to kill some of these units here. Like even the Majin Buu would give trouble. So let's demonstrate that. I got some of these guys on my friends list, and we'll see if we could start competing with some of these guys now that we have a back row damage dealer. That's the only advantage that this game has on this server, is just that back row capacity, because some of the team's formations are vulnerable in that regard. So try to capitalize on other people's vulnerabilities as well. He still has Vegito, even though, and I got a weak tank. And he still has, and I still didn't change my ultimates. It's just fantastic. See, if I would have had that Goku ultimate there, it would have had a different outcome. Whoop, there we go. So at least we got him 17 at a max limit break. He's at 300. I'm going to try to level him up as much as possible. 310. Gotenks needs to be 280. So he's still his Goku's at 320, and it doesn't seem like we're doing any damage to him. We'll see what's going down here with this active. Pfft. Ugly. The ultimate did more than his active. You know, his Goku's probably really strong. 320. Either way. Be really difficult to take down that evil Buu, so that's why I like to sneak into people's back rows. Usually the tanks are really, really difficult to kill. Being a backdoor man might work. Can't even kill his Goku. Not even kill his Goku. So that's pretty bad. And pretty sad. Definitely needs some work. Could probably do a lot of work here with these marks, actually. You know, the DPS marks raise up some stats here. You know, obviously I want to keep the speed up compared to other people's teams. I like to have faster characters, but like I said, that's another time. Let's try one more guy. So if we can't kill Goku, we're definitely not going to be killing that. Who else? Oh, I don't have most of the people on my friends list. Maybe we could take on that Vegeta. Let's check up the ranking. At least we got a top 10. And there we go. Probably can't even kill his Goku, the next character anyways. Oh, yeah. Change that, and we'll see some information from the fight. We'll see what happens. It's always good to get feedback from, even though you have a loss or whatever, it's good to get the feedback from a loss to see what you can improve on your team. Hopefully, it's just a speed issue here, maybe. And that'll be good. No, I'm hella faster. Anyways. Oh, but Vegeta taunts. Yeah, so we don't use that active right away. And that'll also nerf a little bit of damage output as well. But we'll see how... I'm interested to see how much damage that active is actually doing. Nothing! So he's basically doing... it's like 10% to his other semi-tank. And semi-tanks are basically weaker. So maybe this was not a good idea. Probably just ruin the game even more. So my advice from this is maybe not add in 17 to the game. But so far he works really good with story mode and stuff like that. It really progressed the team that way, but it doesn't look like he's pairing up to at least other people's teams here on this server. Especially with damage output. Very sad to see him not do that much damage, but maybe I need to do a little bit more work on the actual hero himself. But you can't get better than having red weapons, red gear. I thought he would be doing a little bit more damage than what he's doing. Ripping apart the computer is, I mean, it is what it is. We still need to do that. This is what happens when you don't get Jiren. You have to settle for, like, you know, Make-A-Wish. This is Make-A-Wish Jiren. Poof. Not too bad. He's pumping out huge damage against people. Like, if you let him do it, he'll do damage, right? But I guess not to these guys' teams. They're a little bit stronger. Check out why we can't kill his Goku. Who knows? Who knows? Even at a level 300 max limit break, he should be tearing apart those attack units. You know, this Kiko's not going to do any difference either into his performance. So it's staggering as to why we're underperforming in this round. But either way, those are the little pump-ups that we did and a little change to the team. I'm saddened that we did not get Jiren in this endeavor. And quite possibly we get rid of Frieza. Because now that 17's pumping out that damage, I mean it's skill damage, every other turn, that might be just enough to actually make Goku useful. So maybe in a future video, in a future time, maybe in a future contemplation here, I will contemplate and add Red Goku instead of and put that Frieza in there. Might work. Alright guys, a little demonstration of just the new team. Thank you guys for kicking another small sesh. Peace out everybody.